Hello and welcome back to this really wonderfully exciting election. This is why we do election analysis and psephology.
PKD Nambiar,
Yes, yes.
Yeah.
are you also on the cliff edge? The BJP was all set to do a celebration. BJP office was getting decked up. Then they also said, "Hold on, not over yet."
So one thing I'll tell you, whether the NDA comes into power or not, I think it's a jubilant thing for the BJP for sure, because it turned around the whole expectation which has been happening. I mean, which has been put forward to the people from the last couple of weeks, and there was a kind of media hype against the NDA which has been created, and Tejasvi has been made as a hero by the media. Whether I'm sure that an young man has really put forward a very good fight on the ground. There is no doubt. But I think this election is to be looked at from a different perspective, because both all of you are veterans, and this is an election without Lalu, Paswan, and the old guards are not there. So this is a new election and for a new Bihar. Except Nitish Kumar and Sushil Modi, you won't find that old guards. So this election is a new
Very
game.
true.
Even with this new vigor and new kind of an election, if the NDA with the fourth term chief minister is able to pull off to this level, to a tight fight, I think we all should compliment both NDA, BJP and Nitish Kumar. Whether it is a less margin or is it a tight fight, they may lose at the last minute, nobody knows, as you people have been telling. But then I think it's a time to compliment a set of people who have been working in the field or governing a state for the last 15 years and still very relevant and being able to put a strong fight. This is one. And in between, I actually wanted to, because I've
Very
been...
good point. Very good point, I think.
Listening to all of you,
yeah.
I wanted to, Dr. Prannoy, I wanted to just actually, one thing I wanted to, because I've been in a couple of channels since morning, I really wanted to compliment NDTV and both all of you. This is the only place where I have been able to listen to a discussion from the last few hours, and there is no pressure here. So I think I wanted to compliment you. Even in the election time, you were able to
But
do.
it didn't put you to sleep. You're not feeling sleepy.
So that's the reason I have not been able to sleep. But one particular thing, Srinivasan, if I can add, there is a narrative which this election has given a different narrative. This is an election wherein most of the elections, I have been as a political consultant for the last couple of years, I also go just like, maybe not openly like the journalists like.
Yes.
But something I have realized, this is an election where the caste, religion, etc. have been discussed much less. This is an election where the voters have been given more important, development has become an issue of discussion. I think we should all uphold.
I wish that was true, but I have to say it since you brought it up. The Prime Minister, Jai Shri Ram, those who don't say Jai Shri Ram, teach them a lesson. Hold on, let me finish now. Ram Mandir, the people who oppose it, Tukde Tukde, urban Naxals.
These are
Yogi
all
Adityanath. I mean, so there's that.
Srinivasan, these are all realities. Saying Jai Shri Ram in India is, if it is a crime, if it is dividing, I think we are living in a fool's paradise. I don't think a Prime Minister of India can't go to the Pakistan.
I'm just saying, you said religion was not brought up. You said all of these things were not brought up. I'm saying they were brought up. So that's my only limited point.
People are voted this time in this election. If you really look at all those elections, and I was really looking at the facts Prannoy has presented in the beginning, comparing with the 2015 and 2019 and etc. If you really look at it, this election, even Tejasvi has played mostly the employment, all of those kind of stuff, which is very unusual in a Bihar and a UP elections, and which I'm sure that you people are much more experienced than me.
Yeah.
But this takeaway of this election is that NDA is relevant. Even Nitish Kumar, whether you say that he has got less seats this time, they are being, after 15 years or so, if they are relevant and we are discussing, that is absolutely a great thing. Another thing is that we are also...
Mr. Nambiar, that Mr. Chirag Paswan cut into Nitish Kumar's votes considerably. How are you going to reward him?
To this election, as it's my take for that, is he was trying to be relevant in this election to say that, of course, these are all again family parties, whether it is Tejasvi or Paswan, these are all family parties. So he was actually working for his existence to show that he is relevant in the Bihar politics. He has definitely damaged the JDU vote. If I go the graphics what you have shown, definitely. But I don't think that any big impact. In fact, rather he will be a big loser in the coming time, because being a spoil sport in the politics will not work for a longer time. If you really look at in most of the places, in whether it is from Kerala to Bengal to even in UP.
Interesting. You should say that. Yeah.
They may get into, like in the CPIML, the ML, Mr. Dipandar was also saying that they were all relevant in certain belts. But on a large state like Bihar, the impact of LJP only in few pockets. So Nitish Kumar, being a leader from the last 15 years of governing, he could have been having it elsewhere also. So I don't think any relevant for Mr. Paswan anymore in this. Even for NDA, he may not be a great asset. Rather, maybe he may be a baggage the way he has performed in this election. That's
right.
It's no doubt too. He is actually a baggage.
Very nice to hear that phrase. Being a spoil sport in politics never pays off in the long run. Never heard that before.
You can have
maybe
a
you're
lot
right.
of examples all across everywhere. If I may take another second, Prannoy, because you had a very long chat with Dipankar of CPIML, and we were all talking about what the communism have been provided. You are from Calcutta, that's from the West Bengal, where the communists have ruled this country the maximum, and I'm from Kerala, I hail from Kerala, and another place where the communists fought. If you really look at both these places, what communism had given to all of us is that from Kerala, every house, there is a migrant labor to the Gulf. The only difference, they are uneducated people. If the communism has done anything good to this country, or to the Kerala, all of them should have been getting an employment there. Most of the Bengalis are the migrant laborers to rest of the country. If communism after 40 years of rule have done anything good to the country. And I think, I don't want you to go
but
and
it's a bit, I can take anything you say, but if you say in Kerala, if the BJP is criticizing the communists in Kerala, that's a bit tough, because the people of Kerala have not accepted the BJP. But anyway, I think that's a bigger picture.
Yes.
Let's get back to Bihar. But very interesting to hear your point of view, and very articulate. Thank you.